Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Drafted Pages podcast with your host, Nick Chroscinski. As you can tell if you're watching online, a little bit of a different environment this time around, and that's because I'm back home in Pennsylvania with my family for the next couple months. And for today's episode, the first one back, really long overdue, but finally get my younger sister, Lexi, on the podcast. So, Lexi, why don't you take a minute, introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm your sister, and that's about it.
That's it. That's all you want to disclose. You're gonna keep yourself a mystery.
Keep a very private life. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we have something really exciting to do here for the first time. Well, not for the first time. For the first time for you and I.
Right.
But my dad and I did a little bit of a draft for our Father's Day episode, where we drafted our top 5 movie franchises. Really enjoyed doing that. He really enjoyed it as well. So with Lexi, we thought we would do the top 5 breakfast food item things, whatever you want to call it, just breakfast themed, because we both love breakfast and everything that entails when it comes to breakfast.
Because it's the best.
It is the best. It's the best meal of the day.
You can have it at any point in the day.
Never disappoints. It's always great. So we're gonna go through. This includes drinks. So
That was really mean.
we're gonna go through our top 5. We'll have an honorable mention at the very end.
Sure.
But I'll let you take the first overall pick here.
Okay. First off, throwing in drinks, I hate you, because that really messed up my draft.
There's so many good drinks with breakfast, though. Like, you have to include that. There's not, like we said, we were discussing this earlier, and we were like, okay, are we doing, like, scrambled eggs and, like, sunny side up as 2 different things? And Lexi's like, no. It's just eggs. It's just potatoes. So I'm like, okay, well, then let's include drinks, because there's a lot of good breakfast drinks out there.
I think you're also underestimating how many breakfast foods there are out there.
There's not that many, but if you were to go different styles of things, you know, like, it does change, right?
Sure.
But anyways, go ahead. First overall pick for you.
Okay. First overall pick for me. I don't think this will come as a surprise to you or anybody that knows me. I'm taking waffles.
Waffles.
And I know, waffles versus pancakes has a very strong debate presence. And I think my philosophy has stayed the same. I think pancakes are the more consistent player, right? But I think when you have a really good waffle, it supersedes a pancake any day of the week. And that's why it's my number 1, because they're better.
Well, I think we can all, everyone who knows you probably suspected that waffles were going number
Correct.
1 overall. I mean, you freaking love waffles. So
I do.
I'm not too surprised with that pick. You and I have our differences on where we think waffles actually fall in the category. But for my first overall pick, I think this is a layup. I'm taking eggs. I mean, you just have to have it, right? It goes with pretty much every breakfast meal. It's fantastic. It's an elite food.
You can have eggs.
So, yeah, I'm taking eggs number 1 overall with my pick.
Eggs didn't even make my top 5.
This is the difference. I feel like you drafted top 5 on what you
But yeah,
love for breakfast food.
What I like is the correct.
I took it. I mean, it also reflects things that I like, but it's more just, I guess, general. Like, if you're looking at the whole selection of breakfast food, okay, what's that first round pick? And you took waffles.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. We'll see how this plays out. But anyways, what are you taking for your second overall?
Second pick, I'm choosing coffee.
Dang it! Ah!
I can honestly stop after those 2. You can have whatever else you want. Waffles and coffee, if I have that, I'm sold. You know me. I can't thrive without coffee. It's bad. But it's okay.
You're like worse than mom and dad.
I know.
think.
I know. You should see me when I'm at school.
Like, they're actually addicted to coffee, like go through withdrawals.
Yeah.
When they don't have it.
It's bad.
Yeah, you are not a fun person to be around when you don't have your coffee in the morning.
No, my roommate knows. She's like, when we wake up and we see each other, if the coffee pot has something in it and I'm sitting there, it's okay to talk to me. If it's like in the process of brewing, we don't say anything until I have that first pour. It's like an understood rule.
I like that, though. Yeah.
It's good.
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you stole coffee from me. This is a great choice. I guess for me, second round pick, going bacon. Another elite item right there. You have to have it.
Sure.
I mean, it's everyone's favorite out of the meat choices.
I would agree.
Except for Jimmy Reardon, he can't have pork. So
Well, yeah.
poor guy.
Poor
but
Jimmy.
more for us.
We'll eat his share.
So I got eggs and bacon. You go waffles, coffee. What are
Yeah.
you going 3?
Well, round 3, I was debating between 2, but I settled on turkey sausage.
Turkey sausage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
A
one
little
of
specific there too.
well, yeah, because it's better than sausage in my opinion. You
Okay.
get higher protein value, and I think it just tastes better than regular sausage.
I guess for me personally, I guess it just depends on what I'm eating the sausage with.
True.
You know, if it's just plain sausage or if it's mixed into a burrito.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
I mean, I think sausage has its value. I just feel like when I have regular sausage, I don't really have it for breakfast.
Okay.
Like mom will make like sausage and kibasi,
Yeah.
and then I'll eat the sausage. Like I'll eat like good Italian sausage, but I rarely eat breakfast sausage unless it's turkey sausage.
Okay. Well, hey, it's a good pick. I feel like that's a good pick. Now here's where it gets interesting because I thought one of these would have been off the board by now.
Oh.
And I've only got 3 spots left, and I have 4 items here that I love. But which one am I taking 3? I think I got to go pancakes.
I figured you would.
And for the same way you love waffles, I love pancakes for all the same reasons. There's an elite food. I think they're elite breakfast food, and you can't go wrong. You can make them any way you want, and stuff them, put
Sure.
toppings, syrup, butter, whatever you want. Pancakes are elite, and I'll always crush a fat stack of pancakes. So
It's okay. You can enjoy your soggy, congealed, floury mess.
my pancakes take offense to that. Pancake culture is going to cancel you.
Good. I hope they do. I invite it. Except Briar Patch. I will say that. Briar Patch pancakes. Those Hawaiian pancakes. Oh, my goodness.
Shout out Briar Patch,
Yeah.
Winter Park, Florida.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, please. I've been obsessed with your pancakes ever since I went. I literally was in Florida in April.
Yeah.
And part of the reason, not going to lie, that I went was to have Briar Patch for breakfast. And I enjoyed it. They were so good.
So
Love those pancakes. So, all right, what are you taking in round 4?
round 4, potatoes. That's easy. Easy snack. Versatile. Love them. Got to have a starch.
What's your... I mean, potatoes are elite. That was on my list here, too,
Yeah,
and I was
I
going
figured.
back and forth. But what's your favorite type of breakfast potatoes? Because there's lots. Like you said,
There are.
you can make them any way you want.
I feel like I'm pretty classic with my home fries when they're made correctly. A lot of restaurants, especially like diners, it's really easy to mess up a home fry, I feel like. Because it's a lot like french fries. You can either make them too crispy and there's no potato, or they're like too firm.
Yeah. And sometimes they get soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not really selling my obvious choice, I'm noticing. But that would be my go-to. What about you?
Some good home fries. Yeah, home fries made well are an elite option.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I rarely get them made well.
Oh, I know.
So I'd just probably stick to hash browns. Especially because I'm a scrambled egg guy.
Right.
Scrambled eggs and hash browns, so some ketchup and pepper on it. Boom.
Sure.
Like, I could eat 3 plates of that.
Do you like the hash browns that are like loose or like a hash brown patty? Or is that different?
Usually, I mean, they are different. They're different in texture and
Yeah.
flavor. If it's on a sandwich, patty.
Okay.
If it's like a burger, like a breakfast burger with a hash brown, definitely the patty. If normal, just make them loose. So it's easier to mix in.
Yeah. You're a big Trader Joe's guy, right?
Do like Trader Joe's, and I know a lot of people love those hash brown patties.
Yeah. I saw somebody make like avocado toast with that hash brown patty instead of like the toast.
That seems genius.
Yeah, they put avocado on top and the everything bagel seasoning. It looked so good. We should make that.
Okay, I'm in.
Cool.
Sold me. That's all it took. That's all it took. All right, so you took potatoes in the 4th round, which honestly I think it's a steal.
I think it is too.
I think potatoes in the 4th round, you're getting super quality value there.
I agree.
So for me, for 4, I'm going donuts.
Okay,
And
so I think that's solid.
I think, you get something sweet in there, also versatile. You can get savory donuts.
Sure.
I also love donuts. I haven't had them in so long, and
No,
then I
you
had
said
them when we were going to Mexico, and I was
So
like,
good.
oh my goodness, I forgot how great donuts are.
Yeah.
So I think they're elite. You can have them at any time, but they're
You
a
can.
great breakfast choice. You get that sugar rush with
Yeah.
your coffee. Do you dip donuts in coffee? Like those old police officers in movies? Like,
No.
yeah. I did it one time, and I was like, this is not good. Like,
I-
the donut's good, the coffee's good, but dipping them together does not work well for me.
I think I did it once at like Dunkin' Donuts. I tried it and my donut fell in the coffee.
Oh, no.
It was really sad. And then I had tried to like rip off a piece of a donut, like eat it, and then like sip my coffee really fast. I was just sitting there being like, why did I do that? That's so dumb. This is not good.
Mm.
It tastes like chunky coffee and a soggy donut. So, you're welcome for that. Shout out to Slow Rise KC for the best donuts. Sorry, shameless plug.
Well, we're just plugging all the food
Yeah,
places
sponsor
right now.
sponsor us,
Yeah.
please.
Go for it. We'll add them
They're
in the
so good.
comments.
Anybody in Kansas City or the Lawrence area in Kansas should go to the farmer's market and get one. They just had a filled like blueberry, basil, and lemon. It looked so amazing.
Okay.
So if those are the types of donuts you're talking about, I can understand it. At
Any
4.
types. There's just all types. We're all inclusive. All types of donuts.
We're all inclusive. We don't discriminate.
White, black, yellow, pink frosting,
Sprinkled.
sprinkles, no sprinkles, stuffed. You know,
What's your favorite
little
Dunkin'
plump
donut?
size. I mean, I love the vanilla powdered cream.
You've liked that since
I liked
you were
that when I was a
4.
kid. Like, I was obsessed. Boston cream is also phenomenal donut.
Okay, what is Boston cream?
It's like pudding, I think.
Is
and
it the pudding
stuffed
one?
with like chocolate icing on the top?
But
Yeah.
that's different than Bavarian.
Bavarian
That's
And
like a vanilla custard.
something. I don't know. You're getting into minutiae here.
Oh, look at you, minutia.
Yeah, big time word.
Big word. Can you spell it?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to try. So, your last pick for the breakfast draft.
I
are you
had a
going with?
lot of ones that I wanted to just throw in because I figured things like eggs and bacon would be taken. So I went with a cinnamon roll.
Wow, that is an elite choice, and I didn't even have that on my board.
I know. I thought about it and I was like, what do I make really well? And I was like, oh, I crush a cinnamon roll. And I think getting a cinnamon roll for breakfast, especially when it's warm or like fresh out of the oven, it's so good. And it's so simple too.
Yeah. It's one that's like, even if you have a bad cinnamon roll, you're still going to be satisfied,
Yeah.
right? Like, you're going to be like, it's a little dry, could have used a little bit more
Sure.
icing, but hey, it still was a cinnamon roll,
A cinnamon roll is a cinnamon roll.
right?
It's going to put a smile on my Monday morning for sure.
And the elite cinnamon rolls,
Oh my goodness.
they're up there with some like elite pancakes. all that.
100%.
Yep.
And when I was living, when the bakery was still active, getting up and going to the gym every morning, you'd walk outside and you would just smell the cinnamon rolls baking.
That's a gym motivation for you.
It's quite the antithesis of it. You just want to sit outside and wait for someone to come up and be like, "Hi, can I have a cinnamon roll by chance? I'll pay right now." I know it's 5 a.m., but
Cinnamon roll is your pre-workout,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
just the smell.
Yep.
It's like if you smell it, it's the same as eating it. That type of culture. It's not.
Nope.
That's not even close.
Way different. Way different. So, all right, cinnamon rolls. Great choice there.
Thank you.
I like that. Lots of good options left. I think for my fifth one, I think I got to go drink, and I'm going to mimosa.
See, but that only works if you like orange juice, which I do
Well,
not.
you can do. I do it with pineapple juice. I think it's way better with
Okay.
pineapple.
Well, the last time I had pineapple juice, it was expired and it like tore open my gums.
Well, don't drink expired pineapple juice.
Dad said it was fine.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna blame it on Dad.
Yeah, he was like, "It's in a can. It should last."
Oh.
He was wrong.
Well, we found out.
Experiment
not.
tried and tested. Okay, mimosa. So you like yours with champagne and pineapple juice?
Yeah.
Okay. I've had at the one place they do like a cider mimosa.
I feel like that would be good too.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Mimosa's a strong choice.
It is. It's a risky play there at
Yeah.
5, but I feel like, it could turn out to be a high-end talent there at
Sure.
in the 5th round, but you could also find a dud, and at the 5th round, you're shooting for the stars, right?
Yeah.
There's not much left. You're all kind of, I'm not going to play it safe.
No,
So-
and I don't think you should. I think you just reeled in a bunch of like bachelorette parties right there,
I mean, maybe.
like
But-
brunches in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm a huge brunch guy, so
Love
you got to get the
brunch.
bottomless in there. Come on now.
Why is brunch just on Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah. Motion to make that just a national thing. National Brunch Day. How about that? How about we're
yes.
like screw?
Yeah.
No, never mind. Let's add a holiday Let's not take away any of the others. Let's just
That's,
add one.
I'm gonna rewind that one back.
Yeah,
No
well,
cancellations
I was careful.
today.
I was careful there. But yeah, that would close out my draft. What are you taking as an honorable mention? Something that didn't make the list here.
I feel like I'm gonna go English muffin.
Good choice.
I feel like that's a strong honorable mention. A
Yep.
good sub.
Yeah, good sub off the bench, 6-man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with me, looking at the list, you said English muffin. I'll go fresh fruit.
Oh.
I think fresh fruit off the bench. You get it at a buffet, especially if
Yeah.
you're outside of America. Fruit always tastes better outside of America.
It's so true. No, it is.
Yeah, it just brightens you up. Lots of variety.
Yeah.
Make it in the juice.
I'm
Throw
surprised.
it in the mimosa.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't think of an apple as breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, fruit. There's yogurt.
Oh,
Cereal.
yogurt bowls.
Bagels. French toast.
Okay, but like realistically, who eats cereal for breakfast anymore?
Yeah, but I feel like once you become
Nah.
after college, I guess, after undergrad, maybe after freshman year. Freshman year, you're still eating cereal. It's cheap. It's there.
Yeah, but like for breakfast,
Maybe not for. I mean, you're probably not eating breakfast. To be honest.
I ate breakfast.
Well, if you can make it there, if you wake up in time, not sleeping through your classes.
I ate breakfast. I just feel like when I have cereal now, it's like at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I don't really eat. I don't remember the last time I ate cereal other than like a hotel, like breakfast buffet when
Yeah.
there's nothing else.
Occasionally, I'll just get like a hankering for Reese's Puffs.
Ooh, is that your number one cereal?
It's always between that and Frosted Flakes.
Yep, Frosted Flakes.
I think those are my top two. We have to do a cereal draft now. Great.
Great. Well, part two. Part
Okay.
two, we'll run through
We'll come
cereals,
back.
even though we don't really eat cereal that
Yeah.
much. I feel like it'd be kind of hard.
I feel like we'd be like, oh yeah, good choice. That's nice. Cool.
Yep.
There's no like competition because we just don't care.
No. But that kind of concludes our breakfast draft. I feel like it went pretty well. I'm satisfied with my starting five.
I'm incredibly satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't take coffee at your one because you knew I wasn't going to choose pancakes.
I was hoping I could get it at 2. I was hoping you were going to go eggs or bacon in like the first or second overall pick for you.
No.
And I was going to take the other one and hopefully grab coffee in the second round. But you stole it from me. It was a great
did.
choice. We'll see how it plays out in the comments. Let us know who won the breakfast draft.
Me.
We're pretty competitive here.
It's me.
Okay.
You're sucked.
All right. Well, competitive and ruthless in this.
That
In this
concludes
family.
today's show. Just kidding.
No, that kind of like makes me think. So I don't really have anything planned for us to talk about.
Great.
But
Because you know me,
I've
I just love not having a
I
plan.
mean, I have a few things, but
Okay.
it makes me think about like, we're one of 5 siblings,
Yeah,
super competitive.
absolutely.
And I was thinking back during COVID, how we were all supposed
Oh,
to go to
yeah.
Ireland and it got canceled. And we
R.I.P.
did the Chroscinski COVID Cup,
Oh my goodness. That
all
feels
those TikTok
forever.
games that we saw, and even some
Yeah.
we even came up with on our own. And I think I won that.
Of course you did.
I think the poster's still downstairs.
You want to go check?
That we not right now. I'll throw a picture of it
Yeah.
on the screen if there is still one. But that was super fun.
It was.
Did
super
you
fun.
win anything?
I think when we did the one on the deck, when you had the cup on your head,
Oh no, I thought Rachel was.
I think we both won that.
Was it me, you, and Rachel?
Yeah.
I know Rachel did.
I think Rachel was second.
I know I
overall.
did.
And I think I also won the napkin one.
I didn't get that one. I think you did too. I think you and Joel got the napkin.
Yeah, we're really nimble.
Toss the napkin off the ledge, run down the stairs. You got to grab it.
Yeah. Well, he and I were theater people, so you're used.
Very dramatic.
You're used to. Well, you're also used to having to run to like the opposite side of a stage within 5 seconds. So, I think that training really helped me catch a napkin.
All right, your words, not mine.
I'm so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's great memory, great athleticism. Showing off both ends of the spectrum, because
It's true.
I would say, while I got more of the athletic genes,
Yeah.
you definitely got all of the musical and theater and book smart genes.
Yeah.
Right? So being in theater, singing, everything like that, what's that been like for you? Just personally, because I know you like to create music. You've written your own songs. I've heard them.
Oh,
You've recorded them. I
I
keep
have.
telling you to get your own Spotify account and start
I don't know how to
producing?
produce anything, and it costs money, and I don't have money.
Well,
That's why the sponsors are
we
needed.
need the sponsors.
Sorry.
Sponsor Lexi so she can produce her own music there on Spotify. But
yeah.
I mean, is that something that you see yourself doing in the future, like a lot of? Is it something that's more of a hobby, or does it come in waves?
I mean, yeah, I would say it comes in waves. I mean, I did theater in high school after I got hurt and couldn't really be at the top of my game as a basketball legend. My D1 dreams got crushed. But it was kind of nice because all my friends were doing it. And, I know this, I'm speaking to a very niche group of people here who went to Hill. But part of the reason why I was so inclined and like felt comfortable leaving basketball behind was because I'd seen Adam's Family. And then they did Grease Jr.
Adam's Family was such an elite musical
You can see why I joined.
at Hill. That was my senior year, wasn't it? Yeah. Your freshman year, your very first year at Hill,
Yeah, and I wasn't a part of it.
because you're playing basketball.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
That was so much fun. I went to all 3 showings plus the one that it was like the pre-showing or whatever.
Mhm.
Chris and I were at that.
oh,
We
that's
snuck
fun.
in. We were just like, yeah, let's watch it. Like,
Yeah.
it was so good.
I was at the one where Taylor lost her wig.
Yeah, I was at all of them, but
And
yeah, that was,
still went on like a champ.
Yeah,
She crushed that.
they carried it like true professionals, like
Yeah.
nothing ever happened. Yeah, it was great. I
That was
I
awesome.
completely forgot she lost her wig.
I know.
The only thing I remember vividly from that, even though it was so good, I just remember overall being so encapsulated every time. I felt everybody was perfectly casted.
Absolutely.
They all can sing.
Mhm.
Everybody crushed it. Now you say Taylor lost her wig. I remember that, and then I just remember Jeff kissing Margot because that's in the scene,
Oh.
and I just have a Snapchat memory of that. But yeah,
Oh. But what was the question?
I don't know. We were just talking about your musical career.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good outlet, like especially songwriting. It's just sometimes when, life happens, it's a really good way for me to channel like what I'm feeling. And I think a lot of artists would feel the same way, not that I would consider myself an artist by any stretch.
You are. I would say you are.
Uh,
Just because you're not like professionally like labeled, you're not
Sure.
signed to a label, doesn't mean you're not an artist. I would definitely say you're an artist, Lexi.
Okay. Well, then, speaking as an artist, I think a lot of other artists would feel the same way in the sense of like the hope in like putting out music is that you're able to put into words what other people can't. So like then they go and listen to a song and then they're able to kind of have that catharsis of whatever they're going through, right? And kind of release all that. That's kind of like why you listen to a song and you're like, why am I crying right now? It's because it's like voicing everything that you've been trying to put into words but just can't. So that's
Wow.
like the hope.
That now that you say that out loud makes so much sense because that's so much of what happens usually.
Yeah.
I can't find the words. I'm gonna go listen to a rock song and rock out and
Absolutely.
feel good or whatever. What? So, from a musical perspective,
Mm-hmm.
are there certain like melodies and harmonies that make you like feel certain emotions? Like obviously a more upbeat song is gonna be like a little bit more happier, but like is there certain keys and chords that are like more melancholy than joyful and happy, right?
Yeah.
Certain like the summer pop songs all sort
Sure.
of follow the same kind of vibe, and then you have like your breakup playlist, and it's
Sure.
all kind of like the same.
It's on like minor keys.
So yeah, I don't. From a musical perspective, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
You sound like you do, which is
I'm
good.
trying. I did so much research before this podcast.
Yeah, the whole 30 seconds of your browser. No, but yeah, I do think that there is a difference. I mean, you have your major keys, which is what I think most people would consider to be your more happy, positive, uplifting keys, because there's like resolve, and then like you have your minor keys. That's a lot of what like your Halloween music is set to. It's the changing of like the third. I won't get into it. That's boring. But the minor keys are like the sadder, more like spooky type of chords that you can play. And then there's a bunch of like inversions that you can do within a major or a minor key that can, I guess, elicit a more melancholy feeling or like a suspenseful feeling. Hans Zimmer is really good at this.
Mm.
That's why, like, if I ever am sad, most people are going to put on like Olivia Rodrigo or someone else. I'm
You
like,
put on Hans Zimmer?
like Hans Zimmer, Interstellar, track 5. Like I don't know.
Hey, that's got some. That's one of 6 movies that's ever made me cry.
It's a oh,
So
it's a heart crusher. But yeah, I love crying to cinematic scores. Sorry.
I love crying to cinematic scores.
Have you ever listened to Dumbledore's Farewell?
I mean, yeah, it's
When
a
they're all
little.
lighting,
It's like sad because like you know what happens in the scene, so you're relating it to that.
yeah,
I feel like if I just heard that song and while I'm out shopping for groceries, I'm not gonna get emotional and start weeping.
right.
Am I
Sure.
just speaking for myself there?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's also speaks to like as an artist, like I can hear like the way the chords are moving and like the different musical motifs that are being used to kind of create that atmosphere. And I'll be like, oh, what a beautiful diminished fifth.
See, I would
Yeah,
not.
and you don't even know. Yeah.
No idea what that means.
But studying the cinematic scores too, also good. You don't study anymore really, but
Well, I mean,
you're not in school.
no. I study things,
You do.
drink, and I know
I
things.
drink and I know things.
Yeah. But, I mean, music stuff, staying on that topic, we've seen a lot of concerts
We have.
in our life. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like way more than the average person.
100%.
What's your favorite concert
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that.
that we've been to?
I feel like I have to create 2 categories for that though.
Okay, just give me 2. Just give me 2 of your favorites. You don't
2
have to.
of my favorites.
You don't have to pick one over the other. Just 2 that like come to mind. And you're like, this was one of my favorite concerts ever.
Okay. I think the AC/DC concert is one.
Okay.
And then I have to exclude John Bellion because he will just take both spots. So, as far as like going together as a family, I'd say the Macklemore and Kesha concert.
That one, low key,
It
was
was
so
so
much
good.
fun.
It was just so good. It was so fun. So just full of great energy and like he sang a lot. Like I had grown a new like respect and love for Macklemore as an
Same.
artist.
And Kesha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx. Yeah, make a cookie.
Okay.
But no, her music is like, I mean, obviously very pop and things
Yeah.
like that. But she made a rock concert. Like she was playing the guitar
Yeah.
the whole time, kind of put that twinge on it. So it like for me, I didn't know a lot of Kesha songs
Yeah.
other than like her top ones on
Sure.
Spotify, and it was just like, oh great, like this is actually fun, and
Yeah.
like she's got a lot of bangers too. So
And I think we saw that when she was doing her new album, like the one with
Yes.
Praying.
Yeah.
And like that really just her growth as an artist as opposed to like TikTok and Blow. Which old school Kesha, I mean, always had
I
my
mean,
heart.
Blow by Kesha is
Yeah.
an amazing song.
Also, how cool is it to have the $sign in your name? Like that's so just
I mean, a lot of rappers have that.
I know, but I mean it was Kesha.
It's true. She made it cool before the
She made
rappers
it
got
so
on the
cool. We were all like ASAP Rocky, what?
scene. Except who?
Wow.
But yeah, no, I think those are really good choice. 2 completely different sides of the spectrum.
Well, that's why I was
there,
saying I
too.
feel like I need 2 categories because, we've gone with mom and dad to a lot of the 80s classic rock. And then, like, you and I feel like, have gone to the occasional pop concert.
Yeah. A couple of them in there. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot to pick. Who would you want to see right now if you could get a ticket to go see anybody
Oh, no.
who you haven't seen yet?
It's a toss-up between Quinn 92 and the Jonas Brothers.
Okay. 2
Yeah.
similar styles, but
Yeah,
I just saw Quinn.
I
so
know.
It was really good. I would recommend seeing him live.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I hope to.
Doesn't he have another show up here in the Northeast?
I don't know.
No? Maybe? Who knows? But, okay, why Jay Bros and Quinn? Just 'cause?
Well, Quinn because he's Quinn. It's Quinny Boy. I love him.
Quinny boy.
I love him. And the Jonas Brothers. I mean, I grew up with them, and then they broke up, and my heart broke, and now they're back together, and it's like my heart is back together. It's not. I really wasn't that big of a fan, but as a kid, I just liked them, and I think they make really good music, and I'd really be interested to see, like, and hear them play their old songs, like Love Bug.
Oh, Love Bug
It's
is
so
such a
good.
good one.
I
Wow.
know.
Pulling that one out of the hat.
Love Bug.
Yeah, their new album slaps.
So good.
Thanks to
Plus,
the sprinkles of John
John
Bellion
Bellion's all over it.
in it. So yeah, those are good choices. I feel like for me, I've always really wanted to see Hozier.
Oh,
Really
he'd
badly.
be really good, I bet.
I feel like him live would sound incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's at the top of my list, and then NF also
He was
released
just
an album
here,
recently.
and we should have gone.
And I've never really been to a rap. I mean, Macklemore's the closest thing
Yeah,
that
but
we've
it's
been
not
to.
like this.
I know it's completely different style of artist and everything, but I do really love his music.
I'd love to see NF.
Yeah.
He's great.
I got flack before I came back home. I was out with some of my friends in Dallas, and I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, at least anymore.
Sure.
And they were like, who are your top 5 like rappers? And we're like all time, or like who I listen to, or who I think is like actual, like who are my personal
Right.
top 5 that I listen to and that I think are good. And I put NF in there, and they were like, they all like, I knew it. Knew this Kronk guy would be putting at someone like NF in their top 5. I was like, if you actually listen, first off,
Yeah.
to his lyrics, they're bars every single
Absolutely.
time. Like, it's not just filler crap. Like, he actually, like, it's amazing. He's an amazing storyteller,
Yeah.
as you and I know, through his
I mean, he
albums,
wrote
through his
story.
songs. Like, yeah, he's incredible. And then 2, like, he's got like flow and
Yeah.
like can spit it with the best of them. So yeah, I don't feel embarrassed putting NF in the top 5.
Nor should you. I think people who make fun of you are the ones who should be embarrassed.
Yeah, because they don't know. They're all Kanye, Drake, which I think I had Kanye in there. I don't know if I had Drake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is Drake even a rapper?
Yeah, I'd consider him. He's part of that scene, rapping, hip hop.
I feel like he's a bad singer.
I don't think anybody would list him as a singer. So
Yeah. But I don't know. When I think of rap, I don't think of Drake.
I mean, I do. I think of hip hop. I think of Drake. I think of Kanye, Lil Wayne, Eminem, NF, Rick Ross, all the ASAPs,
Every ASAP.
all the above.
Yeah.
So no, that's interesting. I think we should go see the J Bros
Yeah.
if they ever in a neutral location where we're at.
Absolutely.
We should get tickets
I
and
just
go.
mean in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma would be cool.
I think they're playing in Tulsa.
Or go out to Colorado. I've always wanted to go out there and go see them at the Red Rocks
Yeah.
amphitheater.
That would be fun. Apparently Colorado's not far from Kansas either.
It's kind of far from Dallas, but I mean,
Eh.
it's worth it. I need to go visit anyways. So
Yeah. Just
May
might
as
as well
well.
hit 2 birds with 1 stone.
Exactly.
Also, imagine if we were there while they were touring their new album and Walls was out and then like JB just hops on stage and starts.
I
like,
would
come on.
cry. I think I would cry.
See? Music can make you cry
Well, yeah, because
and make you lose control.
John Bellion. Because I have a unhealthy attachment to John Bellion
Yeah.
and the music he creates.
I think we all do.
It's a little bit. You could categorize it as an idol.
Yeah.
I think it teeters on that line,
Yeah.
but it's better than idolizing. Oh, actually, take that back. It's not.
It's not.
Because it's not really good at all.
Idols are bad.
Yeah, idols are bad. I'm gonna cut myself off there.
Yeah.
Left turn.
Yeah.
So
With that being said, though, John, if you want to like put out that album soon, we'd love to practice not idolizing you.
just a little bit more music every once
Just
in
a
a while.
little bit.
Would be nice.
Like this producer thing is nice. Meh.
Need some more actual John.
Yeah, we miss you.
Old school John.
I want a John times NF times Quinn 92 collab so badly.
Bring it on.
Times Lawrence
Ooh, yeah.
times Jonas Brothers
Okay.
times that'd be a really messy song.
It'd be a little too much. A little too much.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. But taking a left turn here.
'Kay.
X-Men.
Oh.
we just binged through
Oh my goodness.
all of the movies. Lexi had never had you seen the original?
I had seen
Even?
the original, but not.
Not the new ones.
I think I was
With
too
James
young when I
McAvoy
watched
and
it
everything.
to really.
Yeah, so you
Care.
didn't really remember any of the original
No.
trilogy, and you hadn't seen any of the new
No.
trilogy with
Mm-mm.
James McAvoy and everybody, and then hadn't seen Logan
No.
or Wolverine Origins or anything like that.
And I had wanted to see Logan because I love Hugh Jackman.
Who doesn't?
But I was like, I can't watch Logan and not Like, I don't feel like the payoff will be there if I don't fully understand a story.
Yeah, we started watching these because we were trying so hard to pick a movie to watch one night when I first got here to Pennsylvania, and I just kept singing like, "This is the greatest show," because I listened to the album 4 times on the drive
'Cause
from
it's a
Texas
great
up here
album.
because it's great, it slaps, it's phenomenal, and Lexi's like, "Let's watch something with him in it," and then I was looking at our movie collection and saw
Greatest
X-Men,
Showman, Les
and
Mis, or X-Men.
yeah. And then I saw X-Men. I was like, I haven't seen these in a while. I would love to watch these again. And you said you hadn't seen them, so
Yeah.
it's a perfect win-win.
So
we
good.
just binged through them. What are your takeaways?
I just love it so much. Okay, my stance remains the same. You know my thoughts. It's not an X-Men movie if Professor X and Cyclops don't help.
They are useless in all of the movies.
Like, and Professor X is supposed to be, like, super powerful. Cyclops can literally just, like, put down
Beam
his
anybody at any
sunglasses
time.
and just spin and be fine. And he doesn't. And they still, in every movie, they're like, these two people who were of no help because they traveled together and couldn't handle themselves, let's keep putting them together so the same thing happens. And it's like, what are you doing? Wolverine, kind of barely in it. He's always like, I don't want to be a part of it.
Where did I come from?
Where did I come from? Get a journal, Logan. Which he really should. Everybody in that group should have gone to therapy first, I
Yep.
think.
Well, I think Professor X tried to be their therapist.
I think he also needed to go to therapy.
Oh, yeah. Especially watching, like, the prequels
Oh,
with James McAvoy
yeah.
before you get to the original 3.
Like, I think just jumping in and starting to lead a school after he become paralyzed, it's like, well, that's great. But, like, maybe do it in tandem with, like, talking to somebody, especially when it's your best friend that paralyzed you. Like,
well, it wasn't him. It was the girl.
yeah,
she
but
was
the
the
only
one
reason
shooting.
why she was shooting was because Eric was
Deflecting
being a
bullets.
jerk.
Well, yeah, he was trying to blow up all the ships.
Yeah.
So,
He's also someone.
who needs therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're running into a theme here with
Yeah, maybe that's the point. It's just a giant plug. Look what happens when you don't go to therapy.
you become a mutant, get sick powers, and get to be a hero in a comic book.
I was thinking more the lines of, like, you hurt your friends and other people.
Well, not everybody hurts their friends.
It's true. Storm didn't.
Yeah, Storm, OG
She's great.
goat, Nightcrawler,
Nightcrawler. I love
Quicksilver.
Nightcrawler. Quicksilver. Justice for Quicksilver.
Yeah,
I want a standalone film.
he deserves it. I mean, he carries
Carries that.
those first 2
Oh
movies.
my goodness. He's so funny. I understand maybe in the first one just kind of like sprinkling him in. But like,
Yeah, I think this is the problem with a lot of those superhero movies and why they take Professor X and Cyclops out of those original 3 so much. It's because they are so OP, and if they're
yeah.
involved in it all the time, it's like, well, can't you just like use Professor X and mind control everybody, and then boom, everyone saves the day?
Yeah.
You know. So they have to find a way to create conflict and yada yada yada. So I think they take some of those guys out because they are so strong.
Or
And
maybe like Professor X could have just said, you know what? Maybe it's not responsible to leave however many students with powers that they're trying to understand and, you know, control alone while we go on this mission. So maybe like I'll stay behind and continue to run my school while I send you guys as X-Men to go take care of that.
yeah, they're
Like,
I mean,
he was an irresponsible,
terrible way to lead a school.
what do you call him, a headmaster?
Awful. He was away all the time. The only other chaperone teachers were like the other 4 that he like took
Yeah.
at the beginning, who aren't all there.
No.
Wolverine, for example. Jean is the most powerful mutant ever.
Jean sucks.
And could instantly kill everybody.
Yeah, she's a murderer and a cheater, and I'm not sure which one is worse. Well,
I mean, they're both not good.
they're both bad.
Killing, just, unfaithfulness. I mean,
And she's manipulative.
she is.
Was it the second film where she kissed Wolverine?
Yeah, for the first
and then
time.
was like, you don't marry the dangerous one, you marry the good one.
Yeah, I think she's what she says. Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know. Yeah, she sucks. I actually hate her. I don't know. I've never liked her as a character.
Don't hate the actress.
No, not her fault.
Hate the character.
Yeah, character sucks. But what are your thoughts now? Okay, so you've seen all the X-Men.
Yeah.
And you're also a huge Marvel fan.
I am.
What are your thoughts, first off, on the new Wolverine Deadpool movie that'll be coming out
I am excited.
in a year or two?
It's Hugh Jackman. I'm excited.
Okay, we can tell. Huge Hugh Jackman fan.
I'm a huge Hugh Jackman fan.
Okay.
Huge Jackman fan.
Yeah, I knew you were going to leave with some sort of pun there.
Because puns are amazing.
Okay, so you're excited for that. Do you have any anticipation on them including any of the X-Men in the like Kang Dynasty and like Secret Wars movies?
I would really
like
love
the new
it.
Infinity War Endgame type
Yeah.
that are going to conclude.
I would really love it if they did. I'd probably cry if they did.
I feel like you're going to cry regardless.
Yeah. Probably.
It doesn't take much to make you cry.
No.
Like, there's no more coffee?
I've never cried about there being no more coffee. I've gotten upset. I've gotten teary-eyed when I'm really tired. And I wake up and the pot's already gone.
I think most people would actually find that understandable.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a more dramatic scenario, but I can't off the top of my head.
Blue Planet.
Yeah, that's one. Some baby, like, whale. I don't know. I wasn't there. You were just emphatically crying over something in Blue Planet. And I'm like, Lexi, this was years ago. I was like, Lexi, I'm way too hungover to hear you crying about the Blue Planet.
I think it was the polar bear scene and the ice was melting and like the polar bear baby fell and the mama polar bear was trying to save it.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
That's sad. The baby was saved in the end, but like you didn't know. Anyway, X-Men and the inclusion in the MCU, they did that with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Professor X was in it.
Professor X.
And I knew it was Professor X, and now I feel like I should go put myself through watching that movie again so I can appreciate Charles in it better.
Professor X. They had Mr. Fantastic.
But you
there,
said we
John
shouldn't watch that.
Krasinski. Yeah, because those movies are not good.
Okay.
Also, Chris Evans
Yeah.
is the Flaming Torch in that,
He
and he's also
is.
Captain America.
Yeah,
So-
I remember the talk about them thinking he was going to be in Multiverse of Madness, but as.
The Human Torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that didn't happen.
Didn't. Kind of a letdown.
Yeah. But there's apparently talks that Andrew Garfield is going to be in the new Venom movie, though, as his Spider-Man.
That's exciting because
That
he's
would
good.
be great. I love him. He was
And
my
it-
favorite
and his-
Spider-Man before the whole No Way Home.
Whoa.
I know. I just pissed off a lot of Tobey fans. I know. But also keep in mind, I was way too young to watch the original Spider-Man movies. So by the time like Marvel was getting big, I grew up on the Andrew era.
Okay. I feel like if you're gonna watch everything back now, like when we have kids,
Yeah.
I feel like you almost have to start with those original 3 Tobey Spider-Man
think so,
movies.
too.
I think it's the first thing you start with.
Yeah, and then I think I'm going to make them wait.
Well, we said
5
waiting,
years.
but how are you gonna introduce like the Marvel movies to them? Like, are you gonna do them the way they came out, with all like the end scenes and end credit scenes setting it up, or are you gonna go timeline order, with like Captain America and like everybody just kind of leading into the modern day?
I think I'm going to go by release order
Okay, that's how I would do it too the first time.
and then
Rewatch them.
rewatch them in the timeline sequence, because that's what I did. Because I think doing it in the timeline sequence first, I think would be more confusing, because when they're released, they release them like with Captain Marvel, like you went back already knowing like who Nick Fury was, and I think you can appreciate those types of films more.
Okay, I thought you had more to say there.
I thought
Yeah.
I did too, but then I didn't, so I shut up.
All right. Yeah, no, I agree. I
Yeah.
would probably show them the same way.
I don't like Marvel right now.
I don't think anybody does, to be honest with you.
But you know what sucks? We're all still going to watch it.
We have to. We're too invested. We're 40
Yeah.
films, 8 TV shows.
And I think they know that. I think they're like, we can make whatever dumb TV show we want, whatever dumb movie we want, because they're still going to watch it.
I think a lot of good ones are going to start coming out, though.
I hope so.
So you got Deadpool, Wolverine, Secret Invasion
Yeah,
is
Daredevil.
on right now.
I think Daredevil's really
Daredevil's
going to
be good.
bring the franchise back.
Quantumania I thought was actually pretty decent. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, we saw that.
I liked that.
That one was good. I liked that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're going to
Yeah.
start getting a lot better. But yeah, some of the other ones like Love and Thunder, trash.
Meh.
What was the other one? Guardians 3.
I haven't
Some
seen that
people
one
loved
yet.
it.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Some people thought it was the best one. I disagree with that.
I think the first one's always going to be
I think the
best
first one's one of the best Marvel movies ever.
one. I'd agree.
And I thought the third one was just like all the other recent Marvel movies. Just kind of.
Yeah.
It was really good at the end. Like the last 40 minutes, it actually felt like a Guardians movie. But
Sure.
before that, it just felt like, okay, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll see how it all plays out.
Hang in there for dear life.
Exactly.
Until the turbulence settles.
Yeah, we have to. So, we're getting a little close here on time.
Okay.
Usually at the end of these, I kind of pass it off to my guests. And if there's anything you wanted to talk about while we were here, if not, we'll wrap up. But floor is yours if you so want to claim it.
I love the floor.
Is that supposed to mean anything?
No.
Okay.
Just I like the floor. I like to sit on it. Okay. Like, do I ask you a question?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, like dance?
If that's where your heart desires, you can dance.
I won't. I don't know. I feel like God's worked in a really cool way between you and I. Like, in our different paths in life. Like, when I look at your life, I see it as the more, like, normal trajectory. You know?
I don't, but okay.
But that's what I mean. Like, and I'm wondering if, like, you, like, look at me and be like, I feel like that's normal.
I mean,
Or, like, your perspective.
I
like,
do agree that God has worked in different ways and miraculous ways in both of our lives.
Yeah.
And it's definitely shifted. I mean, 5 years ago, would never have seen myself where I am now.
Yeah.
Well, completely different. It's even completely different. I've talked about this before, but it's completely different than I thought it was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not picture myself here now doing the things I'm doing.
Sure.
I'm sure you can relate to that a lot because COVID, I mean, I had most of the college, and especially since I went to Florida, like I was still in person.
Yeah.
Yours was completely different. We can talk about that on another episode because we're definitely going to get you on here again before you ship back off to school.
Yeah.
But
Ship off.
yeah, ship, you know,
Not going overseas.
figure
Kind of feels
speech.
like that in Kansas, though.
It's true. But yeah, I mean, I think God has worked in a lot of unique ways for us. And I think, you know, I think sometimes when you're in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
But you are into the thick of it. Sorry. I think when you're in the middle of all of it going on, which you are right now, because you still have a year left of grad school, and then you kind of like, all right, am I going to get my PhD? Which school am I going to? Am I not? Am I just going to take a year off? Like, who knows what's
Yeah.
actually going to happen, right? But once you get through this year, you're going to be like, wow, like, I'm in a completely different spot than I thought I would be, and it's only by God's grace and, like, workings that I'm here,
Yeah.
right? And you do get to see a lot of cool things out
Sure.
of that, too, that you never really could appreciate. I don't know. Does that kind of get at what you were saying?
Yeah. Another question I think about, too, is, like, do you think, like, aliens, if they exist, would like your cooking?
Wow. All right. Well, two ends of the spectrum there.
I just, like, it's
What a way
something,
to
like, I was
close this
thinking
out.
about earlier when I was making lunch. I was like, yeah, but if an alien visited my house, like, would they like my cooking?
I would say no.
Like, I feel like I'd be really offended if an alien didn't like my food.
I think I'm a pretty good cook, but I like meal prep. I still go to the gym a lot, so I make very basic things, and it's not tons of flavors and tons of ingredients. So it's like, Yeah, I don't know.
But like, what if I baked?
I mean, you're an insane baker.
I am. It's
So
true.
I feel like they would, because you could go any spectrum of a baking book and make it. Like I'm talking like a chocolate cake and like
yeah.
vanilla custard and strawberry cookies and you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can bake anything and it would taste good, and you have. I don't think you've ever baked anything that was bad. I can't
Does
remember.
it sound really conceited if I say I don't think so?
Yeah. No, because you crush baking. That's our rule here in our family. For those who are listening, Mom is the chef. You are the baker. At least when we do things as a family. Now you guys, I mean, we all cook and
Sure.
Mom will bake things. There's things that she bakes that you're learning. I would still probably just prefer if Mom made it.
Right, like cheesecake.
Cheesecake, apple pie. There's something else in there I can't think of. Maybe chocolate chip cookies.
What?
I don't know. You guys both make them differently, so that's a heated topic.
Okay, the next time I'm on here, I'm baking chocolate chip cookies, and Mom will bake chocolate chip cookies, and you can decide.
Can you bake like 18 different types of cookies and we can try?
Yeah, I'll go bake some right now.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
I'll be there to supervise.
I can make the 2-serving double chocolate chunk cookies.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
See, this is my problem. I come home and I get fat because all you guys do is bake and it's delicious.
Yeah.
Let's make something bad for once.
No.
Well. Anyways, that's a decent place to conclude this episode on Do Aliens Like Your Cooking?
Yeah.
So, really appreciate you coming on, Lexi. Like I said, we'll do this again. Get Mom and Dad on it too, maybe.
Yeah, that would be fun.
You said yeah, like no, don't do that.
Like yeah, that would be fun.
Okay.
I love you, Mom and Dad.
Mhm. And yeah, so we'll run this back before you ship off. But anyways, thank you all for listening. Get my words out properly.
Yep. There you go.
Feel free to check out the show, Drafted Pages, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, @Drafted Pages. It's all the same. And we look forward to seeing you next week.